Yo, Scat was just niggas leaning out off of heroin. It was just jazz musicians. They would fuck up that improvised jazz, and then they would just take a break from the trumpet. Just
their brain was just skip dippity doop. Man, that shit like turned into a meme with him and the Six Flag nigga, the ball, that creepy bald man.
The obvious pedophile.
Yeah. It's like, get on this bus.
Actually, no, he was the bus driver taking the kids from the hood to the good school. The 12 little niggas, the little brown kids that got accepted.
Extra cool. Like, Mr. Walters, calm down.
Like, nigga, it's 9 o'clock. God damn it.
I wanted to fucking play sick. But moms wasn't having it.
God damn. Welcome. Negro Jump.
We gotta get it. We were talking earlier. We gotta get like a little soundboard, like a.
I'm fine with playing around with it. It's just I don't know, something will stick. Negro Jump, like from the first time we had Andre up here, and he was just like, what he say? It sounds like
come on, Negro.
Yeah, I had to do Marcus Gavane's up here. He was like, it sounds like a civil rights like movement, like all at once, like every Negro jump in the world. Something stupid like that. I don't know, but
so this is gonna be a special episode. We got special guests.
First of all, we got the first woman.
What?
That's it.
First.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
First. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
yes.
God.
People
mad misogynistic. We don't even be I'm just no,
he said that. Cordero Nomar Wilson said that.
The thing is we honestly, I just think we were just like, I don't know if this shit's gonna work. I was telling her, I was like, I don't even know. We didn't even know if we were gonna get guests on here. We didn't know like people would actually fuck with it.
And I was like, I will absolutely come over here. Like,
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It was well. First of all, we have May Durand.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
We have May Durand.
May Durand in the building.
That's me.
In the basement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you coming through.
Of course.
Thank
When you told me it was the basement, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like you came through the door. I was like, that's my lease. That's my Jane. Like, all right, go downstairs.
And you got the dog barking at me.
Yeah, May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. May the Puerto Rican rescue. Yeah.
Is she Puerto Rican now?
Yeah, she Puerto Rican.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she I ain't tell you the story of May.
How your auntie feel about that?
She well, we can talk about that off mic. We can talk about that off mic. We can talk about that definitely off mic. Yeah. Nah. But yeah, she's they got her she was from from Puerto Rico when they were down there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Dog. Yeah.
Is a dog afraid of like Bounty paper towels or is it okay with that? Is that too soon? Tell your auntie that. I think she didn't like that.
What's funny is I think that's all we have. We keep it away from her. It's on the table at all times. We don't let her know.
Within eyesight. You know what I mean? Just can't bend the corner with it. Just can't like
we can't.
No. Yeah. But now I did a little research. I was like, she did a podcast. May does a podcast about anime. I was like, okay, anime stuff. And then she came in here. She got the Rocco's Modern Life book bag. I was like, all right. Yeah,
I peeped getting because I met you at Better Days when it was still going on.
Oh,
I think I was with like Jared Waters and Paul, and they introduced me. It was like, you just moved up here. I peeped getting once I seen the hair, because like I noticed that's a sign now, at least for the women, that are like just. I don't even want to say like just like not even nerdy or like just different level. Like that's just something that's just in style now.
I've been to a lot of cosplay conventions.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
That's I cosplay as Storm.
You have
a hipster Storm, like
okay.
Yeah,
like the like when they would do the other stories, like the alternate futures, with the mohawk and stuff like that.
I've definitely done that.
Okay,
because I'm just like. I love Storm. She's my alter ego, and the hair is just like $20 for like 10 packs. So it's very cheap. So I was just like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm so nerdy. It hurts sometimes.
I like, but you said a good thing. Cheat. I like the idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like the idea of cosplaying, but sometimes you see the people with the die cast molds, and I'm just like, how much that set you back? Like,
and they spend months.
They spend a
on
lot.
Yeah.
They spend a lot.
money
In
and
their
time. I met this girl who was like serious about cosplay, to the point where like she was literally working just to get her costume together, just to wear it once, and then
it is pretty deep with me. That's what I was telling you. Like, did you go to conventions before you actually cosplayed?
Yeah, I went to a convention before, but I always look nerdy. So the first time I went, people would just look at you like, "Are you cosplaying something?" Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I just looked at myself and I was like, "I'm cosplaying Moss and Rory from the IT Crowd." And because I had my hair out, I love the show and I thought it was great. And I was just like, I'm like their child or something. And I just created this whole story, and they were just like, yeah, that sounds interesting and very cool. So they believe everything that I said. So I was like, I'm totally doing this again. So when I cosplay Storm, I just looked in my closet and I was like, what do I have? I have clothes and I have glasses and I have gray hair. I'm a hipster Storm. So that was it.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
There you go. That's how I do my Halloween costumes. Like, what's in the closet?
Nigga,
I make this shit?
I've been rocking the same Green Ranger T-shirt since senior year, nigga. Every Halloween, I just throw that shit on and be like, this is my costume. That's it. That's all I do.
I don't even go Halloween. I all I do is eat the candy. Because I'm an adult, so I'm just like, I don't need.
You just buy yourself a bag.
I don't need a razor.
I used to do like
chocolate.
razor.
Yo, what was the deal with that when he was like, you gotta check the candy for people might be holes from needles, right? Or like
a story about some kid.
A razor in a fucking apple. How do you?
I mean, I get it though.
But like, how do you even hide it in an apple?
How do you get to that point where you just
I've thought about this. So what you'll do is
put razor blades in an apple?
Not purposely, but if I have to,
if
I had to do it,
if I did do it,
okay, OJ. No, like
she was plotting on X. She was out here like, yo.
Like I would get one of those syringe needles, stick it in the apple, break off the needle part, and it's like, there you go. Yeah, because the razor is gonna be too messy.
All right, I know not to accept fruit from May.
Don't piss me off. You be straight.
Oh man. I remember the first con I went to. It was the New York Comic Con one. I went with my aunt. She had a pass. For it, and like they got the anime completely separate from the actual New York Comic Con.
Really?
So like they have anime stuff at New York Comic Con with all the other shit, but they have like a warehouse dedicated for just the anime people selling the like all of the merch and just selling poke bowls and shit like that. Like all of the like really like geeky people that only come out of their house maybe like 2 or 3 times a year.
Oh my god!
Completely separate. So when I went to that, I was like, I don't belong here. I'm not.
You're not at that level?
Yeah, no. I'm not. That's why I was just like, I'm not a fucking nerd. I know I wasn't a fucking nerd, but it's like I am, but it's like not this level of it.
Yeah, but there's a spectrum.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Well, it's also like you can fluctuate a little bit. It's like, especially in black culture, like we know how to like move about a room. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we were around these people. All right, we're gonna hang this way. But then there's those people who's like, no, I live that life. Like there's some dudes who like are at the card shop. And they sweaty and they stink, and I'm just like my brother
throwing back Mountain Dews and shit.
Yeah,
oh
just
my
like
god,
got the pepperoni face, and then I'm like, but he's a warrior. You know what I mean?
He on the front lines.
He is like he's like 1,000-0. You know what I mean? He wins every tournament, but it's like there's levels. It's like no, I'll go and watch a game, or I'll go and I'll watch anime. We geeked out a little bit about One Piece and like Evangelion for like good 20-30 minutes. Yeah, sure. But we also can go to the barbecue and not look awkward.
Yeah. Like, you can hold a conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And have eye contact.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
There's levels, yeah.
So which anime, not to like go too much into anime, but which anime can you not live without right now?
I was just talking to him about it. I have a love-hate relationship with One Piece.
With One Piece? Why?
Yeah, because it's been 900 episodes.
Yeah.
I've been watching this shit since I was in middle school. I think. So over 10 years now.
So it's like your family now, because you've grown with them. They've
seen
you change.
The fact it's not stopping.
It's not because I forgot what I seen in an article. Maybe somebody told me, but like the creator said, he was like, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Like going maybe another 10 years with the shit, and I could see him doing that because it's so much in the I don't know. I can talk to you about it off mic because I definitely want to learn more about you and just shoot the shits or whatnot. But it's so much I could just talk to.
I mean, the one thing I do like about One Piece is
so you watch it.
No.
Okay.
But I've heard of it. I heard of it. And I have mad respect for the show. And I every time I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna start watching it, I realize the dedication I have to put into watching every episode, and I just can't handle it.
Now see, that's where they get smart at. This is the thing where I'm just like, this dude is a fucking genius, or whoever's behind it, well, the marketing and stuff. So they know it's so many episodes. They know it's popular. People want to watch it, but it's intimidating because you just 900 nigga. What? I ain't got time for that. No. So what he's done recently, he's actually started. They did it when like the first like 5 or 6 movies. They took a whole arc and condensed it down to like an hour 20, hour 40.
Really?
And so you can just watch it as a movie, and it works. I watched 2 of them. One of them was like, it tells the story when they meet the doctor that's on the crew, that's on the ship. Like when they get to the island and they meet him and like all this stuff. They retell that and they just throw in like a new villain or whatever. And it works just as fine. They did another one where it was like when they went in like a desert kingdom, and they just retell that, and they just do it as a movie, and it's better quality, and it's everything that you need to know on all the fights and stuff.
Okay.
Which is what I plan to do, because it's looking nice on my Instagram feed, but it's intimidating. This 900.
It's a lot, and like even besides those, like what he recently did, it was a movie he did. What he called it, like it just retells when Luffy first got started, and then when he first met Zoro, Sanji, Nami, like when he first met like his first 4 like crewmates. And that's like an hour 40 right there. So they found a way to be like, all right, people want to watch it, but watching all these episodes, that's a lot. So it's like, all right, just give them this, and it's there to watch it if you want to. And
so if they have the ability to do that, then why do they have to make so many episodes?
Because it's really
people watch it.
It's one of those things like once you're in it, you'll understand, because it's the way he paces it, and then it's like.
I guess it's the same way anybody watches any like show for a long period.
It's crazy.
Like,
One Piece.
This thing is 9 seasons long, and all the characters. Ain't
One
doing
Piece
shit
is
no
different,
like,
man.
But you in it now.
Like
what is it? Was it Walking Dead's on like season 11 now? And
see, I stopped after like season 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's a soap opera. I realize, and the thing is, they're trying to do that same thing where it's like they're gonna keep going with it, and it's like, oh yeah, the cast will revolve. It's like, oh no, you're making a long running soap opera. You're making a soap opera with zombie porn. Soap opera.
I stopped if whoever's watching and listening, just like, I can't believe you told me that, you ruined it. I stopped when the little girl became a zombie.
Was in a barn.
Yeah,
that was a great way to end the season. Like
it was that season 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was 2.
Yeah.
It was season 2.
And then I stopped there because I was just like, that is perfect. That's wonderful.
Because the whole season was just like, we lost her. Where is she at? And then it was like, they don't know. And it was set up perfectly because the family on the farm. It was like, oh, we didn't know that was your daughter.
The first 4 seasons were like, oh, this thing is gonna go somewhere, like on some like Breaking Bad shit, where it's like, oh my god, people are dying left and right. Like it's gonna be interesting. And then you start seeing it like, because I stopped maybe like season 7 or so, and it's like, oh, they're pulling the punches. Like it's just like, this dude clearly should have died, and now it feels like some like weird soap opera.
Wait, is the officer still alive?
Officer, I think he's still alive. Yeah, the son just died. Spoilers for anybody. Yeah, like season 10.
I can't believe you spoiled it for me. I was kidding.
Nobody gives shit. Yeah.
Oh snap!
Yeah. It's just weird. It's like, okay, now because I was heavy into like zombie stuff for a while, so I was like, all right, because I like zombie.
The whole world was for a second.
No, but the thing is, I was heavy into it like before. Like I ain't even trying to be like a hipster about it or nothing, but like I used to watch Walking Dead, or Night of the Living Dead when I was a kid.
I didn't realize how popular zombies were.
Oh, it's very. There's a store in Orlando.
All those Romero films and stuff like that.
There's a store in Orlando, Florida, dedicated to zombies.
Oh yeah, you're from Florida, right?
I'm from Florida, and the store is like a preparation type store where you give you guns and and they'll have people to tell you and help you find the right items to kill zombies during a zombie attack.
Seriously.
That's
like these people, this is why Florida's fucking wild, man.
Yeah, man. They're a trip, bro. They just trip.
Yo.
Why do you think I got the
Rangers
idea
out
of putting a syringe in an apple?
Oh my God.
That's true. Y'all
Jesus.
Florida, yo.
Oh, so
Yeah.
everybody's just ready for the world to end in Florida. That's why everybody's just
it's gonna
crazy as
start in
hell.
Florida. Like that's definitely gonna happen.
Well, I don't know. Maybe should I go down to Florida to feel safe or no?
Oh God, no.
Just join and just hide in plain sight.
Yeah, I'm saying like when it goes down, was just like
Miami
go to,
maybe.
I don't know about. I heard Miami's just fucking.
Miami's
ridiculous.
the first to go.
Oh,
They're too liberal. They'll die.
Oh no,
They'll die off. Yeah. They'll be like, guys, where's the and then it's gone. Yeah. Like,
Damn.
guys, you just need to listen to these zombies and bah. Like
Really?
yeah. I already have my plan.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna go to the first Costco. I'm gonna give people about like 2 to 5 minutes to gather in. We're gonna lock it, barricade it.
There you go.
All right, no one in or out. If you do, we need to help people. I hate when people do that. That's their first mistake. Help yourself. All right, this is apocalypse. We need to sit still until everything is dead and gone, and of course you eat the meat and all the perishables first. Then you go to the cans and the Doritos and the chips, and also you have like TVs and radios and things like that. So you'll learn to fix a radio or something to listen out or whatever.
Yeah.
What you gonna do about defenses though? Because everybody gonna be like, oh, about to hit up the Costco. Right? You know what I'm saying?
No.
They see you there, and then they're gonna be like, all right, let us in. You know what I
No.
mean?
It's gonna be
Shot dead, human or zombie.
There you go.
Jesus, man.
There you go. I'm gonna say like you gotta gather guns though, right? You're just gonna be snipers on the roof, just chilling, cool.
Always.
There you go.
Always. And then if someone is like, we need help because you saw a Bird Box, right?
Yeah.
When
yeah.
the stupid blonde bitch opened the door because she had a memory of when they helped her, and she was just like, I remember when I was outside and yada yada yada. I was like, first of all, he was suspect when you're knocking on every door and you couldn't find somebody, but you're blind.
You just gotta count your blessings and just be like, all right, cool, that was it, and then I'm fine. Like,
no,
you
have to treat it like those telemarketers and ignore it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, like for her, she's just like, all right, I got lucky, but that was just me. That was on me. That wasn't on anybody else. I don't need to pay nothing forward in this apocalypse.
Exactly. Like, hey, you should have been me. You should have been pregnant.
You should have been me. Exactly.
Like, why am I gonna say nah? See,
no.
I know in an apocalypse, I'm gonna be like the third wave. I'm not gonna be the first or the second. By the third, I'm like, you know what? I'm 30. I could die now. I don't care.
Damn.
It's a wrap. I don't care anymore. Like,
the third wave of people just to go.
It's just to go. Like in the first season of Walking Dead with the lady, she was just like, they were at the CDC and they were like, yeah, there's no cure. And then she was
and then the girl, she wanted to stay there and just die. And it was like, nah, you need to live. She's like, no, I want to.
It gets worse. Yeah, it was like, it gets worse when they find out in like season 4 that they're already infected.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So
I don't like to watch it.
But season 2. It was season 2 when they found out. Yeah, because like that's when they found out. It was like, because that's when he killed Shane, and then he just popped up. And then
Shane pops back up. So so it's like they find out that anybody who's alive is gonna turn into a zombie when they die anyway. So it's just like the first couple seasons were like mad. It was cool. It was like, oh damn, there's that aspect to it, and I was just like everybody's kind of glum. But now it's just like I don't really know what they're doing. They started off with like a sub show or whatever. But no.
I mean, the only zombie thing that I like is there's a graphic novel called Revival, which is so good, and they took a different take in the zombie outbreak. Pretty much people are being resurrected, and they have their same memories, but they consciously know that they're trying to kill you to eat you because they want to stay alive. So it's kind of like they just found out they're alive and they're surviving, so they're just like, I gotta kill you now. I'm so sorry. But yeah.
Damn.
I think that's really good. I love it.
Pretty dope. That sounds pretty dope.
I've never been into zombies like that, man.
What?
Never been that big
Vampires.
into zombies. Nah.
Vampires? Any
I mean, only when the coolest nigga on earth
talk about Blade right
He's
now.
fucking him up. You know what I'm saying? Only one of the coolest nigga on earth, the smoothest nigga in a black leather jacket. You know what I mean?
He was
the
pretty good,
nigga
yeah.
that popped off, like he was. He set the trend for tribal tattoos. Like I'm just saying. Like
That's true.
I'm just saying. The coldest nigga with leather boots on, just fucking up a bunch of white people. God damn.
I do prefer that vampire than the Twilight vampire.
Yeah, I heard that. That was you. I ever tell you. I watched the second Twilight with my grandmother and my cousin Terrence, who I told you we need to sit down. He's OG black nerd. He was the first nigga I seen that just bought a samurai sword just because.
Oh my god.
so he got dreads and everything.
Open carrying the samurai sword.
But he's still a. But he's still a hood ass street dude.
Yeah.
Well, I watched it with him and my grandmother, and they was just roasting the shit out of this movie because we rented it, and they were like, I think the first 10 minutes where you like seeing like the two guys like starting to fight over the girl. My grandma was like, she don't even look that good. Like why are they? Because he was like,
she's plain as fuck.
He was like, ain't no other girls in the high school. Like
Yeah.
like come on. He was like when the sunlight hit them, they started shimmering. They was like, get the fuck out of here.
I hated that part. Look at my skin. It's the skin of a murderer.
Stupid.
I hated it.
Stupid.
I hated that part.
I think somebody told me it was no, I think that was reverse. It was either 50 Shades of Grey or Twilight was fan fiction off of one or the other.
I couldn't tell.
I heard of some dumb shit like that. Well, I was like,
I believe it. That
something-
sounds
Yeah.
like some
It sounds like
weird-
something
something
that would
stupid, but
come
yeah,
on.
Some
yeah.
weird white
Twilight
people
was
thing.
stupid. What about Underworld? Underworld was dope.
I didn't watch Underworld because I got too scared.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The werewolves, the
werewolves were
Lycans
pretty-
were
Lycans
they were
were
pretty
good.
intense,
I
but
couldn't handle
it
it.
was dope. Nah, it
good.
was dope.
I couldn't handle
Yeah.
it. I couldn't
The,
handle that or 28
Blade
days
Underworld
later.
crossover.
28 Days
28
Later
Days
was,
Later was-
very, very intense. That was
my shit.
That was like the first it was like
That
they're
might be
not
my
zombies,
favorite.
but they're like
Rage thing. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't handle that either.
nah, that shit was scary as hell.
I will say,
Yeah.
the first like 20-30 minutes where it's just like him walking around the city, you don't know what's going on, and then he first meets one, and he's just like, oh yeah, this is
Nigga, when it get dark and it's just
Yeah.
raining and
Yeah.
you just barely see shit, it was intense. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just heard about it, so I know of it, but I can't.
Yeah, that was one
not
like
even now. Not even.
I mean,
I would
now that
recommend
it's
Underworld.
dated, now that
Yeah.
it's dated, I'd probably be like, okay, I can handle it, and
Yeah.
then I take breaks when I watch movies. Like I'm the worst to watch movies. I won't talk during a movie, but I'll take breaks.
It'll
Really?
be like,
Yeah.
I'll watch like 20-30 minutes and then dip
And
out.
then
And
dip
then
out.
I've been doing that lately. I've been watching it like a series, basically, like a mini series.
Yeah, like I did that too. The latest thing on Netflix, When They See Us. Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
Don't. You'll cry. I mean, you should, because it's one of those black things that people need to do to like renew your black card.
There you go.
But it's
Gotta punch
like,
it.
What's the premise?
it's about the Central Park 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody was telling me about this actually now.
Yeah, and how they were falsely accused of raping and killing this white woman, and they were just like, we weren't even there, and they were like, yeah, but you were though, and then they were like, no, but we weren't, so they punched them, beat them up a couple of times, and were like, now were you there? And they're like, okay, we were there,
Jesus.
and so they had a false conviction.
Yeah.
And then even after knowing that, they weren't there or doing it, they were just like, but we needed someone in jail and you guys were up. So you guys are black. You're going to end up there anyways. And so after all that happened and they actually found a real killer who did it, who's just like, oh yeah, I did it. My bad. That was me.
Damn.
And then they were just like, but so you're the sixth guy, right? He's like, no, I did it by myself. Took her walkie-talkie. I have blood over there. I think you have my DNA. You could test it and run it through. So you're gonna see it there too. Are we done?
God damn.
He just walked away, and then the 5 were just like, they're grown adults now, and they still have that stigma of, you were guilty, so you obviously did it, and they obviously did not. So after this movie came out, the cancel culture, which I 100% agree with on this aspect, where they canceled the lawyer who had all these books out, and I think she dropped out of school, ironically. She was a lawyer professor, and then I guess she had a couple black students, and they were like, miss. And then the lady who was like pushing them to get, accused for this or
to like plead guilty.
Plead guilty. She was writing all these books about, murder and all that stuff. And then the guy, like, her books got canceled. So, yeah.
Yeah, which rightfully so.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I like that, though, because you're like, I don't agree with everything in cancel culture, but absolutely. The right people. I believe in the fact that it's like the right people need to be canceled. Where it's like, y'all got to go. Y'all want some bull. Damn it, I got to catch that. Because the last black card check I got was 13th. That was the one that
for some reason I feel like going 2 for 2 that day with like depressive shit, and I watched Crashing after that.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I just sat in my room for a second. I'm like, well, ain't this some shit?
You have those movies that remind you how black you are, and then you're just like, God, I'm not going out today. How
fragile that shit is.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, we out here progressive. We out here with skateboards and kick pushing, and then it's like.
Whoop whoop. Spread them, nigga.
More like Negro Jump.
my problem right now is that is black people get more like screen time and shit. Well, it's like you see more like black movies and stuff, but it's still depressive. It's not fun. I think it's 2 movies out about black people time traveling, and both of them are just so fucking sad. I don't even want to watch it. My thing is, because right now, I guess Hollywood is recognizing that black people are not always represented in the media, and the Asians are not either. So they're trying to clump them together. Like, see, we have an Asian movie and a black movie, but the black movie is always sad. Always sad.
I want like
it's always a struggle. It's always something, and
something
yes, those stories need to be told. But yeah, we got to do goofy shit too. That's why I was like, one of my favorite, I think one of the best written black characters in like television like recently is Winston from New Girl. I don't know if you fuck with New Girl at all.
Oh yeah.
But he's just a weird dude, and I was just like, this is perfect because it's like they don't even address the fact that he's black. He's weird, and he's interesting. He's got like a weird fuzzy cat. And he's just like walks Ferguson. He's got Ferguson. He wears the like.
Christ,
he's a dude. All right, just imagine like a brother.
Bird shirts.
He wears bird shirts and like he wants to be a cop, but he also doesn't know like he's smart as shit, but also like slightly on the spectrum. Like I don't know what his character is, but it's perfect and it's well written and for the first time it's like that's not your zany white friend character. That's just the brother being weird, and I loved it.
There was only first of all, I love New Girl, and there was this one episode that they did mention the whole black thing with Schmidt, where he saw Winston like just chopping it up with some other black people, and he was like, maybe we're not being black enough for him. So Winston was just like, really,
levels.
dude? There's levels to this.
There's levels.
And then Winston was like, oh really? Okay. There was some time where I remember having just spending time with my grandma, smoking some crack. And then just making up a whole story. And then Schmidt actually tried to get crack. They went into the hood. They tried to get crack from this guy. The guy hopped in the car thinking that he was an Uber. And then there was a commotion. And then everyone is handing their wallets, even the guy that just jumped in. So he was like, what? I think you're going to rob me. You're not going to rob me? Like, can I go? So it was just like a really fun, loving, like, we're just people, you know. I love that show.
What so and they've been doing that like where they've been like trying to put a black spin on like not something that's been around but like a concept that might be around. Like what's something you would want to see just like an all black but just like not some struggle movie like a sisterhood movie. Ooh. Or like a road trip, like black road trip. Like you remember those road trip movies from the 90s, like Euro Trip? Love to see a black version of that. Just like a bunch of brothers.
The thing, it wouldn't last long. That's what
everybody's waiting. Everybody's waiting for the cop scene, but like, what if it never comes? What if these niggas just get to LA?
not even a
wild
cop,
ride.
Not even a cop scene. It's just that like the dumb shit is just like is. I was like, niggas ain't doing nothing. Like, ain't doing no dumb shit. Like
they might though.
Because I feel like, do you think they're not doing that because they're afraid of the outcome?
They're not getting these black writers. I'm pretty sure there are hundreds of black writers
on a movie like that.
Just give them something. Like,
tell me that wouldn't
Yeah, but like it's the I think it's the Spike Lee Netflix movie where it's like they figure out time travel only to go stop their friend from being shot by the cop. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do that, but it's just like I could think of, you could do some other shit.
Yeah, like win a lottery, so your friend doesn't get shot in the first place because now he lives in a mansion.
So
you know
something,
what I mean?
yeah. Balling
instead
out.
of like trying to jump in from the bullet and
miss. we need another.
Go again. Miss.
Some stupid.
I want Black Wayne's World. You know what I mean? Like that's what I just want.
I was thinking. I was like, what has there been like a black movie where it was just silly? And it was CB4. That's the main one I could think. CB4 and Don't Tell Him. Don't Be a Menace. Those like the two where they were like just goofy. Yeah, just goofy, just funny. And it wasn't even just black people. Like anybody could watch this and see like this is so goddamn funny. Yeah. Scary movie. Like these are all just dumb. Just dumbass fucking.
The first
movies.
two they were black heavy. They
because
were like
those were
they had like a lot of like hip hop references and stuff like that.
Because the Wayans brothers wrote it.
Shit like that. Yeah.
They wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that. It was like after they couldn't do what they want, you see what happened. Once it got to the third one,
4, yeah.
Once it got a third one, you could see an obvious difference.
Shit was like a meme before it was
Yeah, but it was.
You could tell the executives who was like, "How about we try doing something else?"
Yeah, and then Marlon came back with a haunted house, and it was like, see, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
But then the second one, he just went way too far. When it was that shit was weird. That nigga was fucking a dog. I was like, all right, you wilding right now. Yeah.
And maybe that's it. There's a cap to like the
bullshit.
He just
it was
because
it was just him.
We in general do it. We are like, all right, that's enough.
He was, but
we'll never get to Jackass level. You know what I mean? We'll never like staple our nuts to shit.
And that's what we should do.
But see, that's why we have rap battles.
Yeah, but rap battles is like who struggled more.
No. It's like who can push it until somebody feels like they about to throw hands at somebody. Like how disrespectful can you get? Yeah. It's I don't know. That's the closest I see to it.
Yeah. But I feel like we need a like not a new Wayne's, but another like a revolution of something like the Wayans brothers, where just like we're just gonna like I thought Jordan Peele was gonna be that.
Well, Black Horror is awesome. I love the fact that it's like, oh, this is dope. I love it. But I like even because when I first watched the movie and then
which one?
Get Out.
Okay.
When he's like driving away and he's escaping and then there's a cop car. Like even the white people in the theater was like, oh no. And I was just like, and then when he came out and it's come to be real, everyone was like, oh, thank God. And I was and then like looking back at it, I was just like, I'm glad that even white people know that it's hard to explain. Like if it was a white,
you already knew what was about to happen.
Yeah. Exactly.
You already knew what was about to. What was? Let me ask you this: describe the theater when you went to go see? Get Out.
Because I saw
who was there? How packed was it? And
I started doing matinee because I didn't want because I knew people were gonna be like, "Oh snap, Get Out."
Matinees are lit.
Yeah.
Matinees are low key lit.
The cheap prices too.
But it's lit. That's why it's lit.
On the budget, ball on the budget.
That's why it's lit.
Stimulus 2 days.
It was me and two couples, both white.
Okay.
So I had the white couple like behind me on the right, and the other white couple behind me on the left, and like one other black girl who was just like, I'm just here because my friends told me that I should watch the show or watch this movie. So it was just all like 6 of us just there just to enjoy the movie, and literally. I think I was the loudest, and usually I'm not the loudest in the movie, but it was generally funny.
Yeah.
Just to see everything happening and stuff like that. And plus, I went in there knowing what it was about. Not knowing the ending, but knowing what it was about and kind of like seeing the signals and the sign. Like when people were just like, oh, remember when the first cop stopped the car and then just past her, I was like, can I see your license? And she was like, oh, stop that. Like I was driving, yada, yada, yada. And the surface, the couples in the back was like, oh, she's woke. She voted for Obama. But then when you keep watching the movie, you realize she probably did that because she doesn't want them to know that he was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
put no trail on them. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. The only thing I didn't get was when they hit the deer. And he had like this
some weird symbolism or something like that. It's stuff like that. I get lost with his shit now. It's like, what the hell are you trying to say?
Well, and that's when it's like, I do love that one thing that movie did well. It was that one. It showed like a very like hyper realized like this is a black experience. This is creepy, but he also did really well at doing the horror aspects of the movie, which I loved. So like that deer thing is just like, it's ominous. The idea of roadkill and the idea of you staring in the eyes of something dead, that's just a creepy trope, and I love that. It was like throw that in there, and like I mean you can make whatever thing you want about whether it means something about him. I don't know, but I just thought it was creepy, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
like the part where he's like sitting and like looking at the TV screen while it's like doing the fizzy thing. Yeah. And he's just like, it's like, and obviously it's like, I was left alone a lot, but that's still a creepy image. It's just a dude looking at a screen. So like, I fuck with that.
I seen it twice. The first time with my roommate who was white, and we had it was like a group.
Cody?
Like black with Cody. We had it was like 5.
He's honorary.
It's like 5 or 6. Pretty much, yeah. He has some struggle. He has some struggle in his life.
He went to a HBC, didn't he?
He did. He went to a HBCU.
His white roommate went to an HBCU.
Oh, yeah. Black college?
Yeah, it was Elizabeth City State University.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it was the one university that was like there. So like he knew the whole plan. He was like, all right, do like 2 or 3 years there. Then he was gonna like possibly transfer somewhere else, but like he was gonna go to college, and it was like that was the cheapest thing right there. But it was he went there. He was a minority. He was a minority on campus. But now we went. It was like a random night where I was just like, "Yo, you want to go see Get Out?" He was like, "All right." And so we went. Maybe 12 people in the theater, including us. But it's like a group of like 6 black people around our age, like 20 something.
Yeah.
3 guys, 3 girls sitting in front, and it's like they just chilling, like fucking around and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking, I was just like, all right, these niggas gonna talk. But it's like when we start, everybody shut up, and then it was just like right moments. It was like the perfect reaction and stuff. So it was like when you see the lights flicker, when he's just choking the shit out the white girl, and you see the lights flicker, everybody was just damn, like collectively, even Cody in the theater, like collectively, everybody was just like shit. Like you already knew what was about to happen, but it was just like hell yeah.
That's my favorite part.
But then I watched it again like a week later. I went to go see it with him. Wasn't that night again too?
Yeah. We saw because I saw it with you, and
it was like one of your old coworkers or something like that.
Yeah.
We didn't go see it, and this nigga was having a fucking y'all. The scene was like, he was like, Rose, give me the keys. Rose, give me the keys. Rose, give me the keys. Rose.
She's like, I was like, you know, I can't give you these keys.
Oh, the first time I seen it, I was just like, damn, man. I was like, fuck.
That shit was hitting me on a level. It was not a.
Shit was wild. It was. Yeah, get out was something. It was something different.
It was a moment, and that was cool. Yeah, it was like we can make these type of movies, like, and they can be black dominant, and I want more of that for sure. I do want to get weird, like, cause we're weird, and I'm probably weirder of the two of us.
I don't know, man. I can zone out. Yeah. I can zone out with some Japanese shit, man.
Yeah, this is true.
Come on, man. In my mind, I'm always in Japan.
He was like, that is the second homeland. I was like, you're right. We had Mike Brown on an episode not too long ago, and he had this theory that like another New York comedian, very funny guy. He has this theory because we were talking about just how like brothers, we had to hide a lot of this. Like if we're nerdy, growing up, if you like were growing up in certain areas, like you had to kind of hide that behavior.
You had to be black first.
You had to be black first, and it was just like, and then you would either like tell your close friend who would hang out with on the weekends. You're like, oh, you want to watch Dragon Ball Z or whatever. And then slowly you could kind of feel more comfortable. He was like, there's probably sisters that did the same thing. And I'm wondering, did you have to deal with that in some way, or were you a loner in this? Or were there other women who like?
I will first say, I didn't know y'all existed at all. I didn't. I just did not. I was just like, black girls do not watch any of this shit, and I was dead wrong.
Yeah. Well, I will say I feel like my big brother, played a huge part in it, because he's the one that controlled the remote and stuff like that. But I never felt like I needed to hide it, because I went to private school, and then I was considered a white girl among my black friends, and it was just like. It was just normal for me. I never hide anything that I was doing, and I was just always the weird one. And Sailor Moon was the shit. Like
there you go. My sister fuck with Sailor Moon heavy.
Sailor Moon was cool.
I did. Yeah, Tuxedo Mask was on point, man. That was yeah. No, I like that though, and that's the thing. I think that's why I think with black nerd women, I think y'all can just be like, nah, this is me. Like, what you gonna do about it?
You know why? Because black women are taught at a very young age, you need to be confident in everything that you do, and you can't be scared, and you have to be like the strong one in situations. So as long as I say, oh, I fuck with this, and no one will question it, be like, oh, she's black, so let her be.
Yeah, people do not want problems. That's my theory with black woman. If we literally just pass them the rock for like the planet, they'll save it. It's just
straight.
It's just not gonna be easy. Nobody look. People will speak.
I'm just saying a black woman talking about like de-arming nukes, like trying to counter argue her on like
you got some people. You got some people. You got like white people to be like, yeah, nah, just give it to black women. It's like y'all don't understand what y'all saying right now. I don't think y'all understand because what's going to happen. I've tried to say it as a bit, but it's one of those things like it's just
we were
a
talking about
talking
this
point.
we were driving down to a festival and we were talking about this in the car for like a couple hours.
It was
we need to hand black women the rock.
It's just but the thing
is we will never hand it back. That's the only thing.
It's not even that. It's just that what you're gonna have somebody tell you about yourself, and it's also to help you too. So it's like you're going to have somebody. You see that side eye. You're gonna have somebody tell you about yourself. And you're not gonna be ready for it, and they're gonna have to tell you, it's like, nigga, if you don't get up off your ass and get this work done, and you going through it in your head, but you still gotta work. So it's like. People not ready for that shit. People not ready to clean up the earth while listening to R&B, 90s R&B. They not ready. They not ready for that shit, man.
It's that like it's black women have the ability to like whoop your ass and then draw you a bath afterwards.
Yes,
it's like that's what they're gonna do for the country. Like literally, just like I'm gonna whoop your ass, put you into shape, and then we just gonna chill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna caress you a little bit.
Every time Angela Ray comes on CNN and just like. What I need to tell you is, and she go point by point by point. And I'm just like, yeah.
It's so impressive how she just stays herself. She's like, I know what the fuck y'all talking about, and like, but she stays herself
the whole time.
Laughs at them, like snickers and stuff. It's like these fucking dumb motherfuckers. Like, it's crazy.
You're not gonna tell me that like she kills it every single time.
My favorite is the Michelle Obama side eye. Ooh. Where there's just like a collection. You can go on YouTube. There's a collection of just like moments where she just broke the I'm the first lady character and was just like, I was like, yeah, like I wanted to see more of it, but I know like you're the president, you're the presidential family. You gotta act this way. But I knew she wanted to let it out. She's like, when they first got into office, I remember they criticized her for like repeating the outfit. I was like, if y'all don't relax, that's regular.
But they criticized her to like the 10th degree.
It was ridiculous.
No reason.
Yeah.
And then they have this millennial. I don't give a fuck. They have this prostitute in this. I'm sorry, you're right. This porn star in this.
Tell her like it is, sis.
This White House. And then Fox News has the audacity to be like, oh, she's just beautiful and magnificent. And
she looked like she in pain from holding her face together. Her face looked like it hurt a little bit. Like What?
She looked like the nigga from Naruto. The nigga's escaping me now. She looked like Orochimaru. She looked like Orochimaru.
Like she from the land of sound.
Oh my god. And her arms move the same way too.
Oh my god.
She can't perform jutsu. She gotta like.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That's hilarious.
No, man, she was Michelle Obama was a goat, man. She got everybody eating right.
Yeah, and
I made a joke about that in an earlier episode, but it's true. Like she was the one who like spearheaded the changing the food table. Mm-hmm. She was like, "No, we got to get kids like out here and active." And I was like, "Yo, she literally telling kids to go outside.
Yeah,
like
your ass,
go outside, go outside and play. Like that's literally what she did.
Yeah,
in so many words.
Fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
And then people complain, like, I like my GMOs homegrown in America. Like, what are you doing right now?
I don't know, man.
That's why organics is popping right now. That's why we got like 1,000 different ways to make avocados. Because 8 years ago she was like, "Get your shit together."
I am happy that there are a lot of women of color that are like fighting to get the positions like in American government. Like, but it's just niggas is scared. Motherfuckers.
But it's only in the Democratic Party, and I'm not Republican. I don't want people to think I'm Republican. I grew up conservative Republican because island people tend to be Republican for some odd reason. But then it's kind of like I would want the Republican Party to kind of like, because I feel like I'm like Abraham Lincoln in a way where I feel like you can't only have the same answers thrown at you at one time, because you need different answers to actually find a solution that will make things work. You know what I mean? Not saying that everything is 100%, but if you talk to someone that's too right or too left, they sound batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But if you talk to someone that is kind of like not in the middle, like they can't make a decision, but understand the left and the right and could come up with some idea of, well, what if we just do this way?
Stop trying to get votes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, somebody stop trying to get votes. Understand. We need to do something. This shit needs to be fixed.
It needs to, like,
something to fix, and somewhere there's got to be a sacrifice on some part. Like you can't have everything, and I think we're a little spoiled as a country just because we can get everything we want.
Absolutely, we are.
But it's just like we can't get everything we want. Like we can't have like a million ways to make Pop-Tarts and buy a gun in the same place. Like you can't.
I don't understand
pick
why.
And choose, bro.
Why
just pick and choose.
They haven't tighten up on the gun laws. No. They're like, especially people when you see guns. the post of like all the mass shootings 00001 256 America.
Niggas love guns, man.
Like that's ridiculous.
They love guns.
That is just like.
They like guns. The dude that was 3D printing guns and he printed out schematics and was sending them to people.
Yeah.
And stuff.
I got a buddy who did it. I mean, down south, it's like.
He made a gun?
Yeah. He made it with like a 3D printer, yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's chill, like, it's like a friend of mine.
No, that's the thing. It's like we know people that are chill and they like guns, but it's just like.
Trust me, in Florida, Florida is an open carry state.
Oh, yeah.
So people will bring their guns to work, not in the building, but they will bring their guns and it will be in the car. When I went to college, it was there. You know what I mean? Like people, well, they were white, so they could actually open and carry it. Black people, not as much.
Open carry with an asterisk.
Yeah. You know what I mean. Yeah. Wink. But it's crazy. Like I remember going, and it's weird. I actually got used to, seeing guns around me. You know what I mean? As long as it was like, away or not, someone was like, what did you say? Because, people are always testy. And
niggas is pussy for real. It's so ready to go to the gun. Like for real.
They don't know how to actually communicate and actually like say, this is how I feel and this is why I'm upset with you. They're just like, you just need to go. And this is ridiculous. And I remember going to Walmart, of course. Do you guys have Walmarts up here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Not in the city. It's like more in the rural areas. Like I think one in Astoria, I think.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure.
Okay,
but I am familiar. I am very familiar. Yeah.
So Walmart is kind of like where poor people go to shop because everything is cheap.
Yeah.
And there was this guy wearing the MAGA hat. He had his pants in his socks, and like I knew he was not there to.
That's the first. I've never seen some shit like that.
He was ready to go on the ground and rumble. Okay, and then as I was walking, because I remember I was going for detergent, and I was like, I saw him, and I was like, nope, not gonna be a viral video, and I just kept going. And I was in the detergent aisle, trying to pick between, Gain or Tide or whatever. And I saw him like up close and personal, and I saw the pants tucked in the socks, and I was like, okay. And I said it out loud, like, okay. And I was on the phone with my friend, trying to be like, today's not the day. I don't want it today. And I finally picked a detergent to leave. And it's almost like he was kind of like following me because he know that I noticed him. And I guess I was the darkest one in the facility. And I was just like, nope, not gonna. I just went check out, and then I just left because he just wanted to cause trouble. He wanted to cause trouble, and then next, gonna call me a snowflake because of his outfit. And I don't care about his outfit. You can do whatever you want, but just don't, try to start something just because you want to be on the news.
Yeah,
like
and you want to get that. What was it? Defend. What's the law or whatever they can use?
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground type shit.
Oh yeah. He would have shot me in a second.
Yeah.
In a second. This is ridiculous.
Pussy, you're right. Like,
yeah.
Y'all out
Niggas
here.
pussy. Niggas put they put together guns and stuff.
Just like, I don't know. I just like we're a little. It's like we are spoiled and we need to fix a bunch of stuff. And that's the thing. It's like in my head, a black mother will like let you know when you've had enough.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Do you really think we're spoiled?
Huh? As a country?
I don't think we're spoiled.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think
as we have.
I mean, compared to North Korea, we're definitely spoiled.
I mean everything. I mean,
but
because we are like the leaders in social media and like the internet, things like that, and the fact that we can get anything. The fact that we have an app that we don't even have to leave to get food.
Yeah,
that's spoiled.
But you have that in the UK too, and I feel like China, not China, because their internet is because we have net neutrality too, though.
Yeah,
give me a
second. They got that. They're trying to make another Google somewhere. They are some wild people. I will say that much. Because they don't have like medical restrictions and shit. They're already making clones and shit over there. They're doing
Switzerland is spoiled.
Switzerland,
because they have free healthcare, free education.
They got all the bank stuff.
Is that spoiled or just living right? Pretty much. Is that?
You're right.
That's true.
I mean, we got Amazon over here where niggas just ordered like a case of Planters nuts for no fucking reason.
That's true. Next day, drone drops your shit off.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're paying.
I feel what you're saying though. I feel what you're saying when Sleeting was like these niggas just living clean and stuff. How about we take a break, decompress from all this serious shit, and then we'll get back into it.
Cam.
All right, cool. And we're back.
We back.
We
was in a heated discussion about
we got to talk about
we touched a couple things while we're
in a short 10-minute break.
10 minute. We're covering Naruto, which we'll get back to because that was good. But you were saying something that Dragon Ball Super had done that was pretty.
They were determine the power Akira Toriyama. So he literally how many universes was it? It was 13?
There's 12 in all, yeah.
It was like 12 of them.
There was 13, and then he erased one because he didn't fucking...
12 different universes, and they all had fighters from all of them. And like the premise of it was like you're fighting for your universe's survival. So if like all your people in your universe gets knocked out, then it gets erased like right then. And they made sure that they showed how serious it was because when somebody's universe got erased, everybody stopped. It was like, holy shit, this is real.
Oh,
holy shit, this is real.
And it was like, no.
Yeah.
And they just blinked out of existence, bro.
But what he did, he parodied like the whole like some of like the anime like tropes and shit like that. So like even at the beginning of Super when Goku fights this assassin named Hit from Universe I think 6 or 7. And like Goku's like powering up and screaming, and then he's doing that. He's like, yeah, I don't have to scream power up. I just hit you harder. Like I just try more. So like they would do stuff like that, or like the Super Sentai, which is Japanese Power Rangers. They had a guy in there that he was doing all these fancy moves and stuff just to change form, and then somebody just punched him. And was like, get the fuck out of here. Like it was, it was little stuff like that. They was
very meta.
They did there was a parody on Sailor Moon.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a parody where it was a really pretty girl, and then she does the whole like the power of love, and then she turns into
the love
a
people
plus size like model or whatever that was just like whooping all types of ass and stuff.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Super brought Dragon Ball back because that's not even just the peak of what happens.
What?
And it was pretty. It's because where they at right now because they got to determine the power in English, so it's dope. You can just watch that. It's
because I have Funimation, so
you got isn't it lit? It's a buggy app, but it's so good.
I don't get any bugs.
Really? What are you watching on?
I watch it on my phone, my tablet, my computer.
You don't have any problems?
None.
Really?
Nothing.
I always run into some type of problem. Like I have it. We got the smart TV upstairs. We got the Roku in it, and you can put apps on it. And for some of the shows, I can't get the subtitles.
Then it probably is the Roku.
Got you.
Because on everything, it's like flawless.
It's a Funimation app is pretty lit.
Yeah.
I'm
still on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll is good too, but Funimation, it just has so much shit up there.
I love dubbed. I know, and there's been an argument between
no hate,
okay.
no shade, no shade.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It sucks because it's all subbed
no.
in Crunchyroll. So like sometimes it does get like they'll release a lot of like 90s animes that were perfect dubbed. And when you watch it subbed, you're like, it doesn't hit the same. Like they put
perfect dub.
They put Yu Yu Hakusho on Crunchyroll. I was excited, but then I realized it is just subbed, and I was like, it just doesn't hit the same.
It don't hit right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It don't hit right.
So it is cool that like they do like every Sunday when it releases in Japan, you get it or whatever the thing is. But yeah, like I do miss dub from time to time. I'm like, shit, yeah, this would have been.
I love, because I it's hard for me to just sit there and just watch. So I actually need to sit there and be like, oh, let me wash dishes or let me,
Oh.
But you want to hear what's going on, and then you can kind of turn. Yeah,
and then when something exciting happens, I was like, oh, stop.
I got you.
And then I go back to what I do. I can't just be like.
I recommend Super a lot. I think they got it's on Tsunami right now, and it like at the climax of like the Tournament of Power, like all types of just shit is like happening, and it's dope. So it's there.
But there's some shows that the premise is so good, I would just watch it, subbed instead of dubbed. Like there was this one called The Promised Neverland. It's about an orphanage of kids and then the oldest kids find out that when you get picked up, you don't actually go to a family. Monsters or demons actually are eating you, and what they realize is that they're being harvested for.
Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta catch this actually.
For the demons,
yeah.
And then they're actually getting clues from walking around and picking up books that are actually outside of the camps, because people outside of the camps know about these harvest stations, and they're trying to give them clues of. This is what you should probably look for, and this is how you should get out, and things like that. So they're trying to like get out quickly before their birthday, because every birthday someone gets eaten. Yeah.
This is an anime?
This is an anime.
Yeah, I might have to catch
that.
It's
an anime.
Yeah, only anime come up with some best. And that's one of those things where sometimes the emotions go through better in subbed. And so, like you can just kind of feel like whoever's acting, because they're just like
the
way they talk.
We all know this foreign actors are far superior.
Yeah.
Than any American voice actor or regular actor or anything like that. Like it's because that's my argument. That's my argument with whenever I talk about the Japanese Power Rangers like Super Sentai or like Kamen Rider stuff like that. It's like if you actually just watch it and you can see, well, it's just like, oh, that's what y'all trying to do with it. And once America got their hands on it, was just like, oh, this is terrible. Like it's two completely different things, because they really get into it. Motherfuckers die. Like it's all them goofy characters and stuff like that. Like you see the emotions, you hear it in their voice and stuff. So it's a huge difference. There's a huge difference between the two.
I gotta catch that one. That's something I like, because I like that. I also do like that, like heavy, moody, or like demonic, like some Death Note type stuff, where it's just like, you know what I mean, where it's like it's almost intrigue, and it's just like the one of my favorite episodes. I told you I could show it to you. It's just like the scene where he's trying to get that girl's name, and she's walking to the police station to give information that would lead him to being like, oh, it's like shit, they gonna know it's me. So like the entire 22 minutes, it's just a walk from 3 blocks from the bus stop to the police station, and he's got to get her name in that 22 minutes. And when he does at the end, he just like walks away. It's like, that's it. Like, you're dead. And it's just like, and the music's all ominous. The organ starts playing. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, this like, I like that creepy stuff sometimes. So I'm going to check.
I was actually rooting for him the whole time.
Oh yeah. It's someone told me that anime like inspired a lot of themes from like Breaking Bad, where it was just like the idea that like you have a bad person that becomes bad, but because you're so invested in him, you start rooting for him, but you don't realize that he's gone like 2 seasons ago. Like he's like he's not a good person anymore. You should be thinking this guy's bad, but because you're so invested in like what this person's trying to do, and you're like, oh, like he's gonna make it, like, you know, oh, he's gonna. But it's like, dude, you got $1 billion. Like, what are you gonna do with $1 billion? Or like, what are you gonna do now that you've killed everybody? Like, you killed the dude who's trying to kill you. What are you gonna do with yourself?
That's where he messed up. He should not try to kill L from the beginning. Because when he saw them, he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna write your name now."
Well, that was the first time he saw his ego, where it was just like he was like, my job is to find Kira and to stop him. And he's like, "Oh, you think you're gonna stop?" And it's like that was the moment where you're like, "Nah, you should have cooled out,
just
bro."
Been like, you know what? You're not a murderer.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it eventually.
Yo,
you haven't seen it?
No, he hasn't. Yeah, it's his thing. It's 36 episodes. It's 36 episodes.
I believe you.
I
believe
it's literally
the only episode I seen is when it was some cop that was slightly on the trail, like he was leading them on the trail just to get information from him, and he ended up just like killing them on the train or some shit like that. Like it was
I remember that.
Yeah, so it was like I seen that.
He found out something like a cufflink or something. They found out his name and shit. Like, no, it's
I
like
seen that. And I was like, all right.
It's like. It's got like a Hot Topic filter over it, kind of, because it's like mad gothic and like.
My favorite episode has to be the one where he did something before his dad died. His dad was convinced that he was a good guy, and I felt like that goes to show that there's still something. There's still him in there.
Yeah. Because
he wanted his dad to know that, Dad, of course I would never do this.
Yeah.
Before his dad died, but then he would just like, nope. Back to being evil again.
Yeah, like, immediately he's like, nah, it's okay. Like, I got this. It was that thing. It's just like, all right, yeah, like we can have too much power sometimes.
Yeah,
like, that's where we like, no matter who you are, what you think you're trying to do, like power is just like it's gonna fuck you up. So that's but yeah, that one it's great subbed. Like it's just like it's great dubbed too. So like, you can go both ways with it. But yeah, it's just like I might need to fuck with Funimation app eventually. I just don't know if I want to drop another $8.99 or whatever
It's $5.99.
I would say just switch it up.
Oh, bet.
I would just
because like Crunchy's like $6 or $7, so if it's like $5.
But Crunchy shows like J-pop, like drama.
They show a
too.
bunch. Yeah, they do. They show like live action stuff there too. Like
I'm not a fan of live action.
Yeah. Well, just like not live action movies, but like live action, just like Japanese shows.
Not like Netflix, not live action. Is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, no. Like they just show like this is a show that runs in Japan. It's really weird. It's like interesting. Yeah, they show like that, that weird stuff, that bubblegum stuff.
But the live action anime stuff that Japan does is actually done good. Like the live action Bleach movie, they did it as if it was just Bleach told in just an hour 20.
Oh, okay.
So they don't like when after the whole Rukia thing when he fighting like Renji and them. Mm-hmm. They don't pick it up. They just all go home and they just live their life.
The Rurouni Kenshin movie is like hands down one of the best. Like the live action, it's fire.
It looks dope.
It's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on steroids. Like they got all the strings and they do all the crazy like fight moves. It's like
I think an anime that's kind of like that is one of my top 3 anime. Is
what's your top 3?
Naruto.
There you go.
That's number 1.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
You count Shippuden too?
Just the whole thing.
Not Boruto. That's garbage. That's pure caca.
You don't fuck with the cartridges. You don't fuck.
Oh my god, I can't.
You don't fuck with the cell phones.
You don't fuck with the cell phones, huh? You don't fuck with the Game Boys that they got.
I am so disappointed. I wish they never did it. Like I wish they probably had like an episode of him and what's her name, Hinata or something.
Hinata. Oh, Naruto. Hinata. Yeah.
Together, so we know that they live happily ever after.
Yeah.
Sasuke is abusing
Sakura.
Hey,
oh yeah, Sakura.
She wanted it. Hey. That's what she wanted.
Asked for
she
it.
asked for it.
No, I'm saying like Naruto look lit. He's you got wifey at home.
And then he's
2 kids.
Babe, I'm a Rolling Stone. Like you got to get with it to get lost. You know what I mean? I'm out here protecting the village.
She understand that. She was like, your dad's very important job. You know what I'm saying? Like just be considerate and stuff.
She was fiending for him for 600 episodes.
She was all she
was gonna do whatever he asked. Like,
she made the first move. She was like, hey, I got this healing ointment. If you just want to just put it on your wounds.
I hate her.
Yeah. Like, wait, Hinata?
Yeah, no.
Sakura.
Yeah,
Sakura was
so weak.
I realized that
her only line was Sasuke. Like that was it. Like
yeah. Tsunade was that. She was the one though. Lady Tsunade. Yeah, Lady Tsunade. She was dope, man.
She had auntie vibes about
it. Yeah. She was chill.
Yeah.
I liked her. And then knocking
niggas out and shit.
Like she's like like flooring people. And then it was that chick from the sister from the Cloud Village. She was beating the shit out of Naruto for like an episode and a half.
Yeah.
So like when
she was mad and she just started like
So yeah, it was like
when did this happen?
So it was like after they thought Killer B got like captured. Cause remember like him and Sasuke fight, and he's like, oh shit, and they thought they captured him, but he was like, nah, I just pulled one over on you. Do you remember that? Like they fought, but then they thought they captured him.
I remember that.
So they captured him at the end of the fight, but they really didn't. It was like a clone.
Right.
So then afterwards, the whole village was like, yo, like, they took our boy. Let's go to the Leaf Village and start just causing mayhem and just like ask questions. A group of them went, and it's like one of the black ninjas in the group. She just like beat the shit out of Naruto for like an episode and a half.
I don't
like
remember
punched
that.
him in the like his whole face was like swole up and shit.
I don't remember.
And then
that.
he took it.
He took it because she was like, give up the information, and he's like, I can't. He's my friend. Like Sasuke is my friend.
And so she was like, you rather die for him? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't die, nigga. Just like, hands.
All right. What was your top 3?
Okay, so definitely not Naruto, because there's like
Naruto.
moments like that you can just relate to, and you feel it, and it's everything. Number 2, I'm gonna have to give it to Attack on Titan, but sometimes
I stopped watching it after season 1.
Yeah, same.
I
read it.
Really
I read
good.
it for a little bit.
I
kept
good.
reading it for a little bit,
and it's dope. For some reason, I just stopped watching it.
You know what? Sometimes the funny thing is, sometimes it goes from number 2 to number 5. Depending on how I feel in the week. Right now, I just finished the latest episode, and it's like back to number 2. It's really good. It's one of those like you have to keep watching it to understand, because there's more questions than answers.
Nah, yeah, because that's how season 1 ended. Well, it was just like, wait, it's more than one Titan, and then it went to being like, all right, now this is a whole conspiracy. Well, it's just like, what's this relation between humans and Titans?
The bridge to what I just found out is you will never guess. And technically, I kind of did guess before, but they hinted to it, but you don't really know. And then it's a lot. It's
gotcha.
great.
All right,
what are they up to now on that?
And number 3, I'm gonna give it to Death Frenzy. It's very slow, and usually I'm just kind of like, I'm not into like slow anime. I like fast action, but it's one of those like storytelling, like back in the day samurai type stories, where this corrupt emperor wants the 2 strongest samurais from 2 different houses to fight each other to see who's going to be the top house. And this guy, or I forgot his name or character, he was like, if you do this, people will die. And he stabbed himself in the stomach, opened it up, and be like, this is what you want? And then he choked out. And then I was like, okay, now I'm up.
That was like the first episode?
That was the first episode. Damn. Like the first 5 minutes. Because you're just watching it, and the music is slow. And you know the Japanese sound like, doo, doo.
Yeah.
Doo,
just
doo.
plucking the strings.
Yeah, it's just like that. So you're just like laying back, and then you see him do the whole death thing. And so you're just like, oh, okay, wait a minute. And it pretty much tell you the story of how these 2 houses became, or how it grew up to be what it is. And the stories are just like wild. It's just so wild. Like one of the samurais, I don't want to give too much, but he ends up killing his own mother, because he was just like, I don't want people to find out where I came from, because it will ruin my future. So he gave his mom her favorite dumplings. The mom was just like, oh, this is my favorite. Thank you so much. And then whoop, like,
damn,
gone. Yeah. Oh God.
What is this one again?
Death Frenzy.
Death Frenzy.
Oh yeah. Funimation.
Okay.
They had it's every time I go on there, there's like 5 other anime I've never heard of before, and they got the whole series up there.
Freaking what got me like Hunter x Hunter. I don't know if anybody.
Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See,
that's such a good one, because it is they just let this shit just all the way open. Was like anything
can happen. Killua is my son, and I love Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is, I started watching Hunter x Hunter to get over Naruto when it was done, and I was like, what am I gonna get into now? I need like a palate cleanser, and Hunter x Hunter was a perfect palate cleanser for me. Yeah.
What was some of the stuff you and your brother were watching when y'all were younger? How far apart y'all in age?
4.
4 years?
Yeah.
All right.
Just 4 years. So he was more into like the crazy stuff.
Not even just anime. It was just like watching on TV and stuff.
Oh, we just watched pretty much the same thing. Like when it came to anime, it was always, Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, Yuka, the
Yu Hakusho.
Yu Hakusho. He got into One Piece. I didn't. I instead got into Doctor Who, which is
another
ongoing.
Long,
I can see that it's how it's interesting because each season is a new Doctor, so that's like kind of like a new quirky personality or whatever.
And then the Doctor, takes up on his own or her own recently because it's a female now personality and just like. Come on, it's time travel.
Every episode is a new adventure, right?
It's a new adventure. So it's not episodic, which I love. You could just start wherever. Mm-hmm. I like to start in the beginning on everything because I like, to know.
Yeah. Where did it start? Where did it come from and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Doctor Who is like my all-time. I wanted to get a tattoo.
Little TARDIS? Oh.
No, of a Gallifrey writing because it's like all circles and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Of what?
Gallifrey.
What is that?
So, the Doctor.
You gonna learn me something?
There you go.
The Doctor is a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey, and Gallifrey has their own writing.
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing like I wanted to write, I heart the Doctor in Gallifrey writing.
Oh, you know how to. So this is the actual
language.
Oh,
yeah, it's
so
almost
like Elven and shit. Where it's just like some dudes with the Elvis tattoos from Lord of the Rings.
Or in Star Wars, what's that? Not Vulcan, the one with the forehead.
Oh, Star Trek.
Star Trek?
Yeah,
Klingon.
I love Klingons.
Yeah, the black people.
They're black people. They're black people.
That has tempers, really.
Or always eyebrows to arch. They're just like always a little just like furrowed or whatever.
Fine. This is my regular face. I am fine. What are the coordinates?
I love Star Trek. Star Trek was my father's show that I inherited from him.
Yeah, that was
another old school nerd show. Shit would come on like just reruns.
The more we do this shit, I was like, I come from a whole fucking family of nerds. But that first generation of black nerds, those were actual nerds. Like they smart. They went to college, finished college and shit. They
smart.
They're smart. Nah, I remember it was like one of those times where you just hang out with a relative where you don't really know each other like that, but it was just like, just hang out. And he wanted to watch Star Trek. I'm like, I couldn't find it in my heart to say, I'm like, I ain't into this shit.
You're not into Star Trek?
I need something blowing up. I need fighting. I need somebody dying. But like Star Trek is more of like the dialogue and like the whole space journey and stuff, right?
True. They're more about diplomatics.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah.
Finding a solution. But they get into such sticky situation where they are meeting with this alien planet and they can't destroy them, even though they have the power to. And they're using their diplomatic, power to kind of be like they're pretty much what America should be, which is like it's all about peace and being unified or whatever.
Yeah.
And but they end up destroying the planet in the end. So I don't know why. Some of them, the movies definitely, but in the shows,
the most recent movies, I was like, oh, these are cool. But then somebody told me, it was like, well, it's not traditional Star Trek because it's so much. It's like action packed. Was like that's not what they're about.
And I found out that J.J. Abrams actually wanted to do Star Wars originally, and then he pretty much used Star Trek as you see, guys, I can make things blow up. I don't care about the storyline, and then kind of like. Screwed over all the Trekkies
who were like,
because
it would have been dope. It would have been dope if it was more drama based. I think it would have been cool with all the graphical updates and the stuff like that, like with the CGI. I think it would have been cool.
So much, especially since they had the original Spock. Like they could have done so much. And I feel like it was a missed opportunity.
I feel like Beyond was a little step in the right direction.
I didn't see Beyond.
Not Beyond. Which second? What was the second? Was Beyond?
Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan. That's what.
Was that the original one, or was that the actual?
Okay, so Wrath of Khan was actually from the very original Star Trek episode, but wasn't a movie. And then from that episode, they made a movie.
Yeah. But the of the new ones, the one with Khan, isn't that called Beyond or no?
I don't know, but it had Benedict Cumberbatch in it, right?
I'm talking about in the new ones or in the new
show, right? Because
No, I mean like the new movies.
That's
That's what I meant, like the new movies.
Because Beyond is actually
We have
a
Google.
series.
It is a series. Yeah. That was after Next Generation, wasn't it? Or was that 2 years after?
Because
that?
this is how it goes. It goes Star Trek, Next Generation,
and then Deep Space Nine, right?
I think it's Voyager. Then Deep Space Nine.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or it could be Deep Space Nine, then Voyager, then Enterprise, that we all deny ever happened. Enterprise is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one that was on UPN. I remember that one.
Oh.
Yeah, UPN was lit, man.
Yeah, I liked Stargate on UPN.
Stargate.
No, that was CW.
Stargate was its own.
When it was on Sci-Fi.
What?
Yes, I used to watch that on. We used to watch Stargate, Nash Bridges, Jag, and then Law and Order SVU.
Oh,
those are the main ones.
What about Sliders?
Sliders? Which one was that?
Sliders was the one where a quantum physics person was able to go through different dimensions with a remote.
So like
Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Quantum Leap, but
okay.
90s version.
Oh.
Like, well, yeah.
Into the Darkness.
Oh, that's what it was. Into Darkness. Yeah. I
that's
thought that was like a step in the right direction, at least a little bit. I don't know. I guess just because like Benedict Cumberbatch was like, oh, I can actually act and like make this shit seem theatrical.
I love his part in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought he was great, but it was kind of like stemmed from the Khan, storyline where he was just like, I'm gonna resurrect my people because I'm their captain and I know how to, pretty much save my people. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. I love that storyline. More like I love him because I love, Sherlock, and he's a great actor. But it was still like, I feel like it was still away from what I know to be Star Trek. Still loved it, but it was just like, I'll give you a pass on this one. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Would you really fuck with growing up? Did you like try to did you find yourself hanging out with like the guys a little bit more since you were like more into this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So like
even now I have more guy friends than girlfriends.
So did you have like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Beyblades play phase? You was letting it rip and on them shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She pulled up. She had you remember the fucking, it was it was the carrying case that opened up and turned into the arena.
Oh my god. Oh man. You had your spellcasters deck? You had your
I was more into Magic the Gathering.
Oh shit.
Magic the Gathering is way more serious. Than what I thought.
Yeah, I stopped after like Planewalkers, like 2013, 2014.
But I played online because I never collected the cards.
Oh, okay.
Because people were like into the cards, and I just didn't have the heart to carry the binders. So I just played online, and I wasn't that good, but what's 145th ranking, right? It's like
shit, she out here new placements in the first 200. She out here putting up Monsters Inc. Scare numbers.
Even before we started recording, she was just saying like, I can whoop your ass at Street Fighter.
Yo, with the utmost confidence.
Like, nobody was talking. I was like, hey, how you doing? Welcome.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you feed me and then catch these hands.
Yeah.
Like, just like immediately.
You gave me the energy. So it's like, but come on, it's Street Fighter.
It's a no. It's you gotta. Everybody
so
has
obviously,
a game.
So you're hanging out with the guys, and then obviously video games popped up because it's like, all right, we're gonna play this. And did you fuck with like Marvel's Capcom and like all those other stuff?
Yeah, I was always Storm, obviously.
There you go. So what were your three in Marvel's Capcom?
Storm, Cyclops.
Okay.
The female one.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Is he a noob? I was kidding.
What the hell was that?
I was kidding. When you get
Black sass right there. That's black sass.
Am I getting checked on something?
She's checking right now.
In my aunt's basement?
You know when you get like into that really nerdy like space, and that you have to be like on point with everything, or the nerds are just like, oh, come on, you don't know about the.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's how I know I'm not really a fucking. Because I'm just like, if you don't calm the fuck down.
Next thing you just drop the mic. And
when people that's the go back to the dub thing. I was like, relax, nigga. Like I watch the same shit. I know what's going on too. Like,
yeah. No, that's why I just like. I'm so sorry. I only watched it. I only watched it dub. Don't judge me. And then you just like, no, it's okay. I was like, are you sure? So it's like, it's serious.
Safe space. It's safe.
Like when you go to those con conventions.
That's why I shut the fuck up and just watch. Just people watch, and then that's it.
Because that's their place where they could shine. You know what I mean? Because it's all about their knowledge and what they get into.
How much time they spent on the costume. Yeah, I mean that's their that's their.
I did that.
Super Bowl.
I did that when we went to a convention. We're gonna get back to the Marvel's Capcom thing. We went to the convention in Raleigh. It was like an anime one. It was pretty big. It was in a convention center, but like we shared a pass and like walking around. I was like, this ain't really me. And then the second day, they just let you hang out in like the front lobby and you just people watch. And so like I got to see like real specific shit that I was just like, oh, probably it's only like 20 people here that like know that. Yeah. Reference or some shit like that. Like it was like 2 Kamen Rider costumes that I see. Yeah. One of them I actually just started talking to the guy, having a regular conversation. I knew I threw him off guard because I'm wearing fucking purple Asics and a windbreaker. I'm not dressed for a convention at all whatsoever. And like I'm talking to him, I was just like, oh, it's kind of right. And we were like just talking and I pointed out another costume to him and stuff. Like it was pretty dope. It was cool. But yeah, it was a dude dressed up as a captain from Bleach, and he was legit patrolling the place. Like he was in character, like just walking around. Just hand resting.
That's how you sell it.
Hand resting on his swords at his hip, and then just scratching his beard, just watching everybody, make sure everybody's safe from hollows.
Yo. But that's what I love though too, because it's kind of like, because you know when you go to Disney, like cast members are paid to be in character and they don't really want to. When you go to these conventions, they actually want to be in character.
Yeah, there was a guy that just called out a girl and he was like, Kagome, can I get a picture? Who is he talking? I was like, oh shit, oh she's dressed okay.
Yeah.
And she just like, and she's in character. Yeah, she's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Like, as long as you don't touch her inappropriately.
You just, of course he wasn't. Of course, because he.
You'd be surprised. Like, that's like the main, because these guys in these conventions, they're kind of like, my dream girl is alive. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, I'm going to touch you.
It was at the New York Comic Con, there was a girl, I think she was one of those people that was like paid to just cosplay and just be there. She's dressed up as Cammy, asses out and everything. Like it was just the real skimpy out, and like she looked mad uncomfortable. I was just like, "Ooh, this is a rough $200 for you right here."
Yeah.
You know, she was a lot of sweating.
It's just because she was just standing. I was just like, God, there's a few more hours left. You got it. Yeah, it's some of those when like they're not really into it. Where I'm just like because it's nothing but a bunch of mouth breathers and these dudes is just like.
And the smell.
Yeah.
Like you have
That's
to
what
get
I'm saying. There's a hygiene deficit in in the con community. But I don't I don't know, man. I guess everybody needs a place where they feel like
absolutely.
Like they're a king, in a weird way. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, I came here and I spent 300 hours on this suit and I'm a boss here, but otherwise I work at a tech company and I hate my cubicle job, whatever it is. Because some of the cosplayers that I know personally are actually like, they're pretty chill people. And it's just like, they're like, all right, this is cool. I like to do this. Like I know a chick who like, she moved to Atlanta like for that. She's trying to do more in the cosplay community. And like, she like literally she'll have an entire room set up and she'll do like the paper mache stuff and she'll do like the casting. And I'm like, this is like, it's kind of cool. Like, if this don't work out, you could get a job at like a movie studio making molds and shit. Like that's it is cool thing. Seeing the process. But with that, you also get the like, oh, I just want to, I'm
the Eugenes.
The Eugene.
What's his name? Eugene? Nah. Who's the kid that was breathing hard on
Hey Arnold?
Did he even have a name?
I thought it was Eugene.
Eugene was the dude he kept getting hurt. He had bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eugene. Yeah, just Stagen fucked up. Yeah, she would just punch him in the face. Yeah, she would be confessing her love, and he'd just be behind her like.
And then she just.
Yeah,
I think it's Randall.
Was it Randall?
I don't think it was Randall. I feel like Randall was someone else.
Yeah. She would have said his name every time she punched him.
Did she?
Yeah, that's what I thought was Eugene.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the Marvel's Capcom. Who was you three? You said female Cyclops.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Before you got checked. Yeah, we had to deter that. He was like,
I
can't take this L. I can't take this.
Nah, we're going back to that. Who you talking about? I played the game.
So it was Cyclops, but it was a female version. Did the whole I remember there's one move that I always did where when she powered up, it's almost like a rocket. Like she'll do a rocket and then go towards the.
So that was like an alternate costume or something?
I don't think it was alternate. I think it was more in the comic books and not in the shows or the cartoons and stuff like that.
In Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like the second.
Because I remember playing it because my brother was always.
Well, 2 had like a ridiculous roster.
Put in Marvel vs. Capcom. Female Cyclops.
Yeah. Like they had a ridiculous roster.
Who was your
like,
third? Who was your third one then?
My third one, if it wasn't, Rogue.
Rogue was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like because when they first did, it was like it was Marvel vs. X-Men and Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. Those are the ones that had like the deep roster, like people you actually want to play as. Was like they even had they had like a X-Men fighting game.
I did not know that.
Yeah, just the X-Men. It was like that was actually
it was like Age of Adam, where you could play as like Omega Red, Psylocke,
Silver Samurai,
Iceman, and stuff like that. So it was like it was dope. It was dope as fuck. Yeah, but is Cyclops in the last one they did? Not Infinite, but Marvel's Capcom 3.
3, I don't think he was. They cut because they started that fucking pay to play bullshit or like the added packs where it was like we'd add on characters. DLC, yeah.
But they came out with the last one that had all the characters where you had that's when the MCU came into play heavy because that's when they had like Hawkeye and like a bunch of other characters and stuff. But they had that one they had Storm. I think they put Phoenix in there. And then they started putting people like Dante and Virgil from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
I remember in the third one they put the dude from Ghouls and Goblins in there.
Yeah, they did that. Or like they put
the little short dude, yeah.
Dormammu was in it from Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was in the game too.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the roster that one was deep.
And
that one's
Deadpool's
fun because
it
plays, but it's just updated.
Yeah.
Just like how Street Fighter 4 was like it's the same game, but they just updated it to now to where like it still looks cool. So
okay.
Hell yeah. Did y'all you and your brother used to go at it in the fighting games?
Absolutely. Always.
What was the one where it was like y'all were tied in? Because for me and my brother, it's Tekken 4 and Soul Calibur 2.
It's honestly with me and my brother, it's all not Star Trek. Now think Star Trek. Street Fighter.
Okay.
From 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Super Street Fighter. And I think we stopped at 4. I don't know if we got 5 or we stopped at 4.
Because 5, it came out, but it didn't have like a big.
Because that was the one you had to pay for characters.
Yeah,
that's what they lost.
Yeah.
That's what they lost. That's what they lost me.
They actually did the Street. Apparently, the Street Fighter versus Tekken game is like.
It looks cool.
Apparently, it's like the most technical fighting game out to date because they had to incorporate 2 completely different fighting styles, and apparently it works. So, like, if you're a person who only played Tekken growing up and you're a person who only played Street Fighter growing up, you could play that game, and you both would know how to do the combos. Because with Marvel's Capcom, they just took Street Fighter's moves, or like all the other games, just like they just took one to the other. But apparently that game, it's like it didn't get a lot of press because it was like it wasn't Marvel. But it was like apparently it's like dope. A lot of people love that.
Nah, it look ill.
Yeah.
Marvel's Capcom games, they kept it to Street Fighter moves, so it's just like the everybody had the quarter circle punch.
Just imagine
moves
I played as Jin or I played as Law. I know all this nigga's moves, and then it's like I don't care who you got. Like I played Tekken. Like it's yeah. That would have been dope, man. We might have to get that. Actually, I think they got it on. They might have ported it to PlayStation 3.
Tekken versus Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It was one of those
I'll
like I
play
seen
it.
it.
Street Fighter v Tekken. Yeah.
It's like I
I'll
seen
play
it, but
it.
I was like, I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
I'll see it because I know for Street Fighter, my girl is always gonna be Cammy. Like, no matter what.
Once they
Cheeks out,
they put Yuri in, that's when I was like, all right, I got like a girl character. I like playing as.
I tried switching it up, and I there was one, I think, is it Jerku or something? The one with her legs are always up and her color was purple.
What?
Like she was like
Yuri.
Yuri.
Yeah, she got introduced in like Super Street Fighter, right? Super
I
Street Fighter
think
4.
so. I tried her and I thought she was cool, but Cammy was always. I knew her moves.
Cammy is dope. Yuri's like real easy to use, but Cammy is still like technical, where she can like dive at you, kick you in it, and like all types of combos and stuff like that.
I loved every second of it.
Y'all fucking Soul Calibur though.
Soul Calibur was the shit. That was fire. Nigga, what? You kill it with the staff and just start poking niggas off the stage.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Soul Calibur? That was one of those games that actually it worked with all the characters had weapons.
Really?
Yeah.
It was fun. And it got really good once the second one came out because it was on. Remember when they would do like all 3 platforms would have like the same game? With this one, it was like each system had their own significant like character on it.
Oh, okay.
Xbox had Spawns. PlayStation 2 had Heihachi from Tekken. GameCube had Link from Legend of Zelda. So you just have that character mixed in with all these other crazy looking motherfuckers, and they was one from that. After that, they just went wild with like.
They put Star Wars in there.
Yeah, they put like
What?
Yoda and Darth Vader.
Yoda and
like
Darth Vader with special.
It made
characters.
no goddamn
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
It was just
yeah.
dumb. It
But
was stupid. People still
dope.
played it.
It was dope.
It was fun because you had all these different characters, like and they all had like different weapons. Like there was a girl that had like tonfas. One girl had like a short sword or whatever. There was like a ninja, and she had like 2 like knives or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It was dope, and like you would be in a small arena. And,
Ivy with the
you could
whip
roll
sword.
Big ass titties and stuff. That's probably why
Yeah.
people turn to. How do you feel about that? Is there fan service for women with
No,
like anime and video
mean,
games and stuff?
Besides the fact that it resembles me, I don't. Sorry. No, I mean honestly, I feel like because I'm used to it, it doesn't bother me at all.
When I say is there fan service for women, is this something where it's like there's an appeal for
No,
like
absolutely not.
Really?
No.
I've tried to see girls try to talk like there's a cosplayer I follow where she was saying like Inuyasha had like the hottest men. I was like, I still don't understand what you're talking about
Yeah.
at all whatsoever. Even though most anime is always a dude with his shirt off fighting another guy.
Granted, when it comes to like, I feel like I fall in love with their personality, less about their looks. You know what I mean? Because my first crush was definitely Goku.
What?
Oh yeah,
Word?
it was Goku, then Aladdin.
Street
Talk
grit.
about a hard left.
Yeah.
Because he was a bad boy and need to fix him. And then it was, God, I had a lot of crushes, mostly anime. God, I was a nerd. Like I'm noticing it now.
I heard a lot of people, like a lot of girls I know, liked Ichigo a lot.
Mm-mm.
No, that wasn't you.
I can see that.
A lot of chicks like Ichigo. Like a lot of my friends I
I
knew
can-
they like.
Tuxedo
see.
Mask. That was
Tuxedo.
another one for me.
That's
That
the
was smooth.
dead.
That was a
yeah,
smooth. Yo.
He just pop up. He never really did anything.
He never helped
He
No,
never did
no.
anything.
because he believed in her.
But that cape.
I'm just here for support, babe.
Let my,
I'm here.
cape, let
You
my
got
cape
it.
flow in the wind and give you some rose petals. You know what I
Thank
mean? That
you.
was
That's
it.
all I need. I just needed encouragement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need you to help me. Like, let me figure out myself. You know,
Oh, man.
just be there emotionally.
I don't. From what I did watch, I was like, he never did any. They made him look like he was.
He
like
would
a
show up
big
after the fight and would just be like, he was just speaking that boy. You know, just
What's up?
like,
Thank
I
you,
saw what you
Tuxedo
did.
Mask.
I saw what you did. That was. He was real strong out there, baby. He was real strong out there.
That was beautiful.
No.
It was.
Yeah.
It was mainly them, and then besides Sasuke.
What about the
That was
dude
about
from
the only one.
Inuyasha?
I hate Sasuke. Huh?
Dude from Inuyasha. Or Inuyasha from Inuyasha.
Oh yeah.
See? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Sesshomaru.
Yeah, the hair. It was
Just the older, smooth talking brother. They didn't give a shit about nothing.
Just because he was very smooth.
Clean cut, pure demon.
yeah, pure. Yeah.
Pure demon, missing an arm and shit.
now it has. Now I think my anime crush is Eraserhead.
Ooh, okay, yeah, okay.
Levi from
Cool as fuck. All
That's
right.
cool, yeah.
See, so y'all just like the cool, just
The
bad,
cool-
the bad boys,
But he's not bad. You know what I mean? Like Levi's not bad.
or just the niggas that got attitudes.
Yeah,
That's about it.
yeah.
Does
Just
he have
don't
attitude?
don't
He
care
has-
about it. Don't
he-
care.
He cares a lot. Like he cares so much. I'm not gonna ruin the episode for you, but he cares a lot. Okay.
They reluctantly help. They just like,
He
I don't
doesn't
feel like doing it.
reluctantly help. He actually helps, and he's like, you know what it is? Because he's so strong, and everyone keeps relying on him. He just kind of like, guys, pick up a sword and do it yourself.
Yeah,
like,
not reluctant was just like they kind of annoyed. It was like, I need help again, and he just
exactly.
he
So
just pulls up, does his thing and stuff.
I love Levi.
It's
Yeah.
it. The way they rolled him out was just like this nigga taking out 5 Titans by himself, just fucking shit up.
Yeah.
It was Levi
Yeah.
was dope. He was definitely dope.
And he knows what he's doing. So definitely love him.
For me, it's gotten to a point with the fan service was like I'm kind of annoyed. I'm like, all right, her titties are unnecessarily huge right now.
It's just too much, and why is she pursing them together
All the time they just move. Did you
I
ever?
hate it.
Did you ever watch Fairy Tale?
I think I did.
Pink hair dude. He had like the
It was like magic and stuff.
magic,
It had so much potential in the beginning, but then it was just a constant rinse and
Is
repeat.
that the one where
Dragons and shit.
Is that the one? Because I remember there was one where it did have potential, but what happened was like they have a fairy that's attached to them,
Nah,
and then the fairy. Okay, no,
it's
forget
not
it.
that. It was like magic guilds and shit like that. It was fine. It was literally an episode where it was like a tournament and like a bunch of all these like wizards and shit was fighting each other, and one of the girls she gets hit by like a spell, and like you know how you do the flash and like they start falling. They just showed her like free falling, freeze frame, but her titties was just moving all over the place. I said, all right, man, like I just want to watch the fucking like that's why I was just like, this is annoying because I'm like, this doesn't do it for me anymore. This was middle school, Gerard. I would have loved this all day. But me, I'm just like, this is childish. Yeah, this is childish right now. God damn it.
Yeah,
He's
I know
physics.
her personality.
yeah. But what is her career path? You know what I mean? What is she? Is she bettering herself as a person?
That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
I see beyond your beauty.
Shit.
I don't know.
I will say this. I feel like
That's one reason why I was like, girls don't watch this shit.
Oh well, the thing is, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think that they work on the male's character more than they work on the female character. Because if in most anime, the female character is, I'm so weak, please help me. So I'm not really a fan of her. I'm always a fan of the guy who's just like, I gotta work harder and I gotta be determined and I gotta be motivated and get a job.
Yeah. They've definitely updated that in the past few years. Where like when it was like the big three, when it was like One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, was just like the female characters. It started like that, but then it's just like One Piece. They always make sure like they show them like updates and stuff. Like it was a 2-year time skip where it was just like everybody's supposed to get stronger, and they did not leave out the female characters at all.
Finally, yeah.
Naruto, it was kind of the same thing with like Naruto, Sakura.
Kinda, but Sakura,
Sakura-
she didn't grow up. She
still
didn't grow up
It was
mentally.
enough.
She didn't grow up mentally.
But it was enough to be like, all right, I'm kind of a little interested where you could kind of do something, because they showed her out like in the beginning. Shippuden when like they when she was fighting all the puppets and shit. Like that was her one time to shine. They gave it to her.
No. It was the old lady who controlled her body because she was
You can't
useless.
give it the credit.
Nah,
So she was a puppet.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay,
Yeah.
good point. Bleach, they kind of did it with Bleach a little bit too.
With who?
Orihime.
Her whole arc with her being the fairy, having the fairy powers and shit.
What was
yeah.
God damn it, what was her name? The girl that gave each girl his powers. It started out with fucking short.
Oh,
The ice.
Rukia, yeah. There was some badass chicks in it because Yoruichi. Yoruichi was dope.
Even like the little girl, like she trained or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they always kept it.
Because I feel like there's like one female character or one female employee that's like, you could do this, and they're like, fine.
Yeah.
In recent years, it has been. I will say that it has been dope.
Yeah,
it has
I'll
been
give
pretty
them
good.
because we had nothing.
Actually, I will say this: they did something with One Piece. Was Clay? Oh yeah, One Piece.
Yeah.
You ever seen Fate Zero?
No.
Fate Zero was pretty cool with like the main hero was like.
I actually just remembered it was like basically almost an all-female casted anime. Claymore? Did you fuck with Claymore at all?
I've never seen it.
Yo, it's good. It's really good. I watched probably like the first 12 or like 12, 13, like the first season basically. But it's dope. It was just like basically it was like there's a squad of these like sword fighting women and they just fuck up the scene. They just like they fight demons, they do all sorts of cool stuff. But there's different. It's almost on like a Sailor Moon vibe, but a very gothic, dark, medieval type version of it.
I have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
That's an older one, so
it's older. Yeah. It's dope.
There was one that I tried to see that was like all female warrior, and I was like, all right, I'm into this. But
Freezing.
all of her, I think that was it.
That shit was just straight up porn, man.
It was horrible.
The first episode, like whole titties was out.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't watch this.
I was like, how's she fighting?
Yeah, this shit was.
It was bad.
I didn't give that a chance.
I gave it one episode, and I was like, I can't.
There was in One Piece I will forever preach One Piece to the day I die. There was an arc where they were going to go save their crewmate that she gave herself up so they would be saved or whatever, like some backstory. I'm trying to sum it up from what I'm just saying. So they want to go save her, and she's like the second like woman like on the ship and stuff like that. The first one's the navigator, and so she ends up fighting this one enemy that's also a woman that like whooped this one dude's ass because he was all like chivalry. Was like, I can't put my hands on a girl. Like he could have took her out immediately, but he didn't. He gets his ass whooped. She pops up. She was just like, I ain't him. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like that was the whole tone of it. And like it was a legit. They gave her like the straight up like 3 episodes of like them fighting and out showing each other's moves and stuff, and like her taking out and stuff like that. It's out there. Fate Zero, the main like hero, because it's about like wizards and like they summon like heroes from like history and stuff. And the main one that's like in all of the Fate series is King Arthur, but it's just like history got it wrong. It was actually a woman.
Oh.
Yeah, and so she shows up and she has like a sword. She's dope. Like she whoops all types of ass and stuff like that. So it's cool.
Yeah,
it's dope, man. Yeah, it's something there, but I do get what you're saying. Like it just took forever to where like it wasn't super girly like some Sailor Moon or Card Captors or something like that.
Yeah. I feel like Sailor Moon, because when it came to Sailor Moon, my go-to character was Sailor Mercury and Sailor Mars.
Yeah, those were the cool ones that came later.
Yeah.
They had like weapons and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get Sailor Jupiter and she was cool, but like Mercury,
they popped up with like a spear and stuff.
She
It's
was
like, nigga, let's rock.
She
Yeah.
did the bubbles. And then and then Mars, she had the fire, and I'm just like, yo, I love both of them. Like they were my 2 ones that I fucked with a lot, but that was about it. I hate Sailor Moon, only because she was always just like, guys, I really can't do this. Like, Sailor Moon try, and like okay, and and she had this magical power and actually defeated the monster. I was like, that, come on, Sailor Moon, like we could do better.
It's it.
Get off that blonde energy. Just do something.
If you don't get up off your ass and do something about these demons outside.
But I have to wake up. I have a test tomorrow.
Oh, shut the fuck up and get out.
Ain't gonna be no test.
You don't get the hell up.
Oh.
God damn it. Well, shit.
Dope.
Any closing thoughts?
Any closing thoughts? Oh, do you also definitely plug all of your social media, all the things we definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm on IG. That's May_Durand. That's May spelled May like the month _Durand Durand. I usually compare it to Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's how he told me. He was like Durant, but with
a D at
Durant,
the end. Yeah. The funny thing is, my brother's name is Kevin too. So I was like, I got the bro Kevin. Like
he been going through hell for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then it's a very short story. There was a time in high school where Kevin Durant was like big and all that stuff, and then I was always talking about my brother, like, oh yeah, Kevin's my brother. Like, oh my God, Kevin Durant. I was like, yeah, Kevin Durant is he's my brother.
Went with it.
Yeah, I don't want to explain.
Yeah.
No, it's a T and I have a D.
I feel you. Yup, that's my brother. Yup, that's my brother. Yeah,
that's why I work.
Yeah, he from Florida. Yup.
Yeah.
Yup. He just transferred to DC for a little while.
That's all. Funny fact, my brother's in DC right
now.
Took his talents up to the.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then I have Twitter. And actually, I'm trying to. Are you guys good at Twitter?
Nah.
No, I have. We have an account for the pod, but I just don't.
It's
You're just talking into the void.
yeah, and it's so weird. It's just like you guys. This is funny, right? So this random thought. Sometimes I just put random thoughts on my Twitter that doesn't make any sense, but I know no one watches it. So I just do whatever, and then I get one like from it. I was like, "Oh crap!" People, I'm like, "Oh,
somebody saw it."
It's kind of weird. I don't know, but my Twitter is hello May.
Okay.
And then what other social media platforms are there?
MySpace, TikTok.
Oh yeah, I do have a TikTok.
You got a TikTok?
Snapchat Premium. You got a TikTok.
I have a TikTok. Yeah, because I watched a Gary Vee video. And then, Gary Vee?
Yeah.
So
the fucking social media guru.
Yeah, because he just entrepreneur. You shouldn't say no.
It's like one of the last videos I pay attention from him. That's what made me just push to just do this shit right here.
Yeah. I like him for that. He just says, just fucking do it. And then I was like, all right, I guess I'll just do it. Don't listen to your fucking parents. He's such a white boy. You know what I mean? But I do have a TikTok. I think it's the same as my Instagram. So yeah.
I still don't understand. I get TikTok, but I still don't understand it.
I know.
It's like I think I finally figured it out. Like, cause I was like I was trying to be like, what the hell? It's like a little bit longer than Vine, but you have access to music, and that's what people like seem to be going for.
Because when it was advertised on Facebook, it was the same one with like a girl dressed up as like a My Hero Academia character. Just like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, I didn't click on it until about the 10th time I seen it, and then I heard it. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, it's literally. I compare it to karaoke. Like
that makes perfect sense.
You're singing along to a song and you look a certain way.
So anime nerds love this shit right now. We got to get on TikTok, man.
Yeah, you gotta be on TikTok.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna have to once it start. Negro tick.
Negro talk.
Once we could generate something out of this, I'm definitely gonna just give people access to the handle. It's just
flood the game and.
Cause it's like it's like even with the Instagram, I'm just like, look, I got nothing else to really post like that, man. Like it's like now that we got like the video and stuff, it's like I have no need to sit here and sit down. Cause before I was inviting people just to do audio, I was like, I'm gonna just take sound. I'm gonna give you the whole clip. I'm gonna just take sound bites. I'm gonna put it on Instagram just to have something put up there. Now we got full clips, which people will actually watch. So it's like, I don't really need to do that shit anymore. So I don't know.
I mean, it's hard.
Once we get checks, we're going to start paying people, baby. We're going to start supporting people. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start putting money in your pockets, man.
Throw us a little bit of get just the Patreons, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Wait till we get these Funimation checks.
What?
Wait till you get these Viz Media. I'm putting it out there. Hey, look.
That would be amazing.
I'm telling you because I see what they doing when they try to reach out to people. I was like, no, that's not what you want. You don't want this little 30-second ad of a black dude saying that Dragon Ball Z did a lot for me as a kid. Like, nah, fuck that. You want this shit right here, baby.
What about the kid that turned into a Super Saiyan?
What are you talking about? There's a video of that?
There's a video of a kid. Well, he tried to turn.
The dude screams in his room and then he gets like, yeah.
Like he's
a black kid. He's like sitting in his room.
And he was like, if you believe, it could happen.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
my little cousin did that, and then he just kicked me in my nuts, and I was like, all right, okay, that's the end of that. All right. Well, appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate you coming through.
This has been a lot of fun.
Eating with us.
That was good.
Yeah.
Like
shout out to Aunt Yenny. Always holding it down. She got at me one time. Came in here with fast food. She was like, if I'm home, there's always food here, right? I was like, I know, my fault.
Hell yeah. That was dope. Appreciate you being on.
All right,
yeah.
All right, it's been I want to say it with the hard R so bad, but it's been Negro Jump. I'm gonna stop right there. It's been Negro Jump. See ya.